Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wednesday Word. We're back doing these short 5-minute videos every Wednesday, kind of like an online Bible study. We used to do them, and they were kind of like an online, kind of get you into practicing the habit of spending time in God's Word every single week, and kind of like a starting place for you to develop your own habits of doing that. So these are going to be kind of like a short Bible study. We'll kind of have the same topic over a couple of weeks. This week we're talking about the book of Joshua, specifically Joshua, the character Joshua, in that story. So before we get into that, though, we kind of have to get some context. And that's what we're going to kind of talk about today, is context of Joshua and the first kind of section with him. So the people of Israel living in Egypt in slavery and captivity. And so God sends Moses. Moses brings the people out of captivity. He brings them out of Egypt and brings them to the promised land. So they wander in the wilderness for a little bit, but they get to the promised land. And when they get there, they send 12 spies to go check out the promised land, see if it's really that good, see what the people are living there are like, that kind of stuff. So Joshua and Caleb, two of the spies, come back, and this is the same Joshua, and they say, oh yeah, it's a beautiful land, there's lots of stuff there, it's going to be great, it's going to be the ideal place to live. The other 10 spies, however, come back and say, yeah, it's great, but the people there are terrifying. They are giants, they're powerful, they're going to just beat us every step of the way. There's no way we can take them on. Joshua and Caleb respond back and they're like, dude, listen, why are we not trusting? God said this is where we need to go. This is the place to be. We need to just trust him and trust that he's going to handle the rest. This is where I got to go. This is what I got to do. God will handle the rest. The other 10 spies, though, end up winning the people of Israel over, and they kind of get them to say, okay, yeah, we probably shouldn't do this. And so then they end up wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. That's the kind of the consequence of that action. God leads them into the wilderness. And so they have 40 years of wandering in the wilderness. God still provides for them. He gives them manna, he gives them water, all that kind of stuff, but they are wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. They end up back at the promised land, though. Joshua is leading them now. Moses has just recently passed away. And that's where Joshua's story really kind of kicks off, and where Joshua chapter 1 picks up. So if you have a Bible, I'd encourage you to open it up. Read along with me. We're just going to read 3 verses. Joshua chapter 1, verses 7, 8, and 9. And kind of unpack what they have for us today with the start of a new year and that kind of stuff. So, Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the left or to the right, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Let's think about this verse. It's a great verse. If you've probably heard it before, it's one of those big iconic Bible verses. But this gives it so much more depth and context. So God's talking to Joshua here. That's like what's happening here, and he's reminding Joshua that no matter where he goes in this journey, he's about to embark on this brand new journey of digging into the promised land. What is that going to mean? And what are they going to face? The enemies they're going to have to fight. The obstacles they're going to have to overcome. God's reminding him that no matter what, God is with him. That God is watching over him, and that he will be with him wherever he goes. Whenever we can trust in God, whenever we rely on him, God does the same thing for us. And that's what we see, and that's why I kind of want to talk about it with the start of a new year, 2026. We kind of are entering into this new journey of 2026 and this new year as we go into this thing. We can trust that God is with us every step of the way, no matter what we might see that's coming up that might be intimidating, whether it's graduating high school, going into high school, if it's a new class that we're going to have to start, maybe we're going to have to start practicing driving, whatever it is that can seem like, oh my gosh, this is going to be something that's going to be crazy. How am I going to do this? We can trust that God is with us every step of the way. We trust that this is the place I need to be, this is the place I need to go, and trust that God's going to watch over us. God's going to be with us every step of the way, all the way through that. And whenever we spend time in studying God's word and spending time with the gifts that he's given us, that's when we can see what can happen, the beauty of God's providence and God's protection through all of these instances. So that's where I'm going to leave off this first Wednesday word as we kind of get back into the swing of things with this. Joshua chapter 1, verses 7, 8, and 9, as they talk about the importance of trusting God and being courageous and strong in the face of adversity, knowing that God is with us wherever we go, no matter what we are facing, just like Joshua as he prepares to lead the people of Israel into the promised land. So that's the first Wednesday word. We'll be back next week talking about Joshua when he faces the first big obstacle, the walls of Jericho. We'll talk about that next week with the Wednesday word. Thanks for coming by.